Welcome to Dekban Decor, where thrifted elegance meets modern comfort. Today we're diving into Grandmillennial style, a warm blend of vintage patterns, heirloom charm, and clean-lined updates that feel timeless, not stuffy. If you love chintz next to sleek lighting, needlepoint beside minimalist shelves, you're in the right place. Subscribe, like, and drop a comment with your favorite vintage find so far. What makes Grandmillennial thrifty is the treasure hunt: estate sale frames, mismatched teacups, embroidered linens, all styled with restraint. It's less about quantity and more about soulful details, curated vignettes, layered textures, personality-packed corners. In this video, we'll show you how to mix patterns, choose quality thrift pieces, and refresh them for everyday living. You'll learn practical strategies for building a color story, balancing busier motifs with calm solids, and styling heirlooms alongside modern silhouettes. We'll cover cozy textiles, gallery walls, tabletop charm, and space-savvy storage that stays beautiful. If you're excited for budget-friendly vintage with modern flair, hit subscribe, tap like, and tell us in the comments what room you're styling next. Grandmillennial interiors thrive on pattern, but the secret is harmony, not chaos. Think floral curtains against gingham cushions, or toile paired with subtle stripes. The key is to vary scale and repeat tones, keeping one hero print and letting others play a supporting role. This brings depth without overwhelming the space. When mixing patterns, lean on a shared color palette. Muted blues, dusty rose, sage, and ivory create cohesion across old and new motifs. Even the boldest prints feel intentional when linked by hue or texture. Trust your instincts, and let contrast feel curated rather than crowded. Balance visual busyness with simplicity. Solid rugs or plain upholstery calm the eye. Let statement fabrics shine beside neutral surfaces. Remember, mixing patterns isn't rebellion, it's rhythm. It tells your home's story in fabric and form, one print at a time. Every vintage piece carries a story, but Grandmillennial design breathes new life into those memories. An inherited dresser gains relevance beside sleek lamps, embroidered doilies rest on modern tables. The goal is dialogue between eras, heritage whispering through contemporary calm. Instead of filling every inch with antiques, select just a few that anchor the space. A carved mirror, a porcelain vase, a needlepoint frame, each earns attention through contrast. When balanced with clean silhouettes and lighter colors, these pieces feel timeless, not outdated. Layer your heritage pieces thoughtfully, combine family heirlooms with thrift store gems and new handcrafted decor. The mix reflects personality and sustainability, an evolving archive of design and memory that defines the Grandmillennial soul. Thrifting for a Grandmillennial home is part adventure, part discipline. Seek craftsmanship, solid wood, good upholstery bones, fine china, not trends. Take time to inspect each piece, quality finds reward patience. Think sustainability, rescuing forgotten beauty rather than consuming new fast decor. Start small. Vases, lamps, or mirrors can transform a room affordably. Visit thrift stores, estate sales, and local markets armed with measurements, mood board, and curiosity. Let function guide your choices. Beauty is richer when useful. Refinishing and DIY restoration bring life back to vintage treasures. Sand, repaint, or reupholster with modern fabrics to create unique hybrids of past and present. The thrill lies in crafting beauty that's both affordable and responsible. Grandmillennial palettes feel familiar yet airy. Think pale rose, celadon, cream, and powder blue paired with crisp white trims. These tones echo vintage china and embroidered linens but translate beautifully into modern spaces. To keep the look current, balance soft hues with clean neutrals and small hits of black or brass. Gentle contrast keeps sweetness from turning saccharine. Layer colors through textiles, art, and ceramics for lived-in warmth. Color tells your design story, each hue anchoring emotion. Whether romantic or calm, it builds connection. Experiment, repaint, refresh seasonally. Color is the easiest way to evolve your Grandmillennial haven. Grandmillennial comfort comes from textiles, cotton, velvet, lace, linen, layered thoughtfully. Mix textures like soft throws, patterned cushions, and pleated drapes to create a sense of coziness and depth without feeling busy. natural fibers to ground ornate details, a linen sofa beneath embroidered pillows, or velvet on cane chairs. Texture brings warmth to vintage palettes and helps tone down ornate prints. Keep it breathable, avoid overstuffing or crowding fabrics. Allow pieces to breathe so the eye reads elegance, not excess. Texture should whisper comfort, not shout clutter. A Grandmillennial wall is never blank, it tells stories through art, mirrors, and collected prints. Create a gallery wall with a mix of frames, brass, wood, and painted finishes. Layer botanical sketches beside family portraits and thrifted landscapes to craft personal nostalgia on display. Vary your frame sizes but keep spacing even. Symmetry feels serene, asymmetry feels playful, choose what fits your mood. Add texture through embroidered hoops or pressed flowers for a tactile twist that feels fresh yet timeless. Balance is key, too many dark frames can weigh the wall, while too much white feels sterile. Let one or two hero pieces anchor the arrangement, surrounded by smaller treasures. Think of it as visual storytelling, each wall, a quiet conversation. Every Grandmillennial table tells a story of grace in everyday living. Mix floral china with rattan chargers, embroidered napkins, and thrifted teapots. The goal is not formality, it's warmth and ritual in simplicity. Play with layering, a lace runner over wood grain, brass candlesticks beside fresh blooms, and mismatched cups that feel intentional. Soft light and gentle imperfection add magic to mealtime. Even weekday breakfasts can feel special when styled with care. Use vintage trays for coffee corners, glass jars for blooms, and repurposed linens for eco-friendly beauty. Little gestures transform routines into artful pauses. Every Grandmillennial home deserves a peaceful corner, a reading nook layered in softness. Combine a thrifted armchair with a knitted throw, stacked books, and a floral lamp. Natural light filters through lace curtains, casting gentle patterns that soothe the spirit. Use texture and scent to deepen calm, cotton pillows, beeswax candles, fresh lavender in a vintage vase. Each sensory detail turns a simple chair into a sanctuary. Personalize your nook with memories, a framed photo, inherited clock, or quilt passed down generations. This quiet corner becomes the emotional heart of your home, a retreat for reflection and rest. In Grandmillennial homes, storage blends beauty with intention. Think wicker baskets under tables, vintage trunks at the foot of the bed, or repurposed cabinets painted in soft hues. Every piece earns its keep through both charm and utility. Use clear jars, labeled tins, and antique boxes to store daily essentials stylishly. Functional decor prevents clutter from stealing serenity while preserving the handcrafted look. Remember, the best storage disappears into the scene. It hides in plain sight, disguised as design. A calm home feels curated, not crammed. Nothing completes Grandmillennial charm like flowers, fresh or dried. A single stem in a bud vase, a hand-picked bouquet in a crystal jar, or greenery from your own garden adds soul to the room. Use florals as color guides, repeat their hues in cushions or wall art for subtle cohesion. Seasonal rotation keeps your home dynamic and alive. Choose natural arrangements over perfection. Imperfect blooms or asymmetrical bunches bring life's authenticity indoors, echoing the perfectly imperfect Grandmillennial essence. The Grandmillennial home celebrates heart and history, where past craftsmanship meets present creativity. By layering thrifted treasures with mindful design, you create spaces that tell your story beautifully and authentically. Your home doesn't need perfection, only intention. Cherish imperfection, embrace texture, and remember, real beauty grows from care. If today's ideas inspired you, imagine what your next thrifting adventure could uncover. Thank you for watching Dekban Decor. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your favorite thrift find in the comments below. Let's continue creating homes that blend nostalgia, nature, and modern flair together.